What's good? Welcome to First String Podcast. On today's episode of First String Podcast, Sid is already bobbing and weaving. Lady A is here. We got our reactions to the NFL Honors Show. Who should have won? Who do we think won the correct one? I got a feeling Sid gonna say, that Rookie of the Year one was a little different. But other than that, it is literally we are hours away from the Super Bowl being completed. We are within that 24-hour period. So, we're going to bring you some Super Bowl bets. We got our final picks of the season for the NFL season. We got some props ready for you guys. So I hope y'all are ready. Because we ready. You ready, Sid?
Get it.
Lady A, are you ready?
Of course.
Let's go.
It's wartime, baby. This what you signed up for. This what we worked hard for. You for. Y'all the first string. Y'all gotta go set the tone now. Hey, let's go. Lace them up. It's the First String Podcast Show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast Show. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's go. Cause it's time for the First String Podcast Show. Hey, let's go. Lace them up, it's the First String Podcast Show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast Show. Imagine talking sports, having fun with the fam. At a starting lineup, First String is what you have. An entertaining stream with the Pro Bowl cast. When the viewers chime in, they gon' answer what you ask. Representing for the Queens, yeah, we got Lady A. A super knowledgeable woman who can break down any play. Said from the South, so he read GA. The Falcons, the Bulldogs, the whole Peach State. Drunk Uncle Al, only way you can describe him. Every time he crack the mic, you know he gon' be wildin'. Last but not least, it's my man Toothpick. Commanders is a squad and he the captain of the ship. So if you feel the vibe, go ahead and tune in. Like, subscribe, recommend to a friend. Now for real, like, subscribe, and recommend this to a friend. Hey, let's go. Cause it's time for the First String Podcast Show.
That was great.
Welcome back to First String Podcast. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to First String Podcast. Hit the bell to enable alert for new content just like this. The most important part, though, is that you tell a friend to tell a friend about First String Podcast. Listen, like we said, everybody's here. Sid's here. Lady A's here. Al is in. He said he got cold. He said he got cold and he had to go. He had to change the forecast. So they flew first class to get out of there. That's what had happened. That's what he told me. I don't know how true it is, Lady A, but said we had a great day today. Weather was nice and toasty.
Until
the sun went down.
Until about 3:30, and it's a.
Well, I'm not saying anything
Yeah.
because we had a little bit of wintry mix this morning.
Yeah, you can keep that. We was enjoying ourselves. We was in the 80s. My legs was out. I was getting that good vitamin.
That's
from
how
the
people.
sun. What's the one you?
That's how people catch pneumonia.
Well, we ain't trying to get no pneumonia. We just trying to enjoy the weather.
When the weather keep going up and down, it's not good.
That's true, Lady A. That's true.
You're right.
It was like this morning. It was probably about maybe like 12:30. I got a little thermometer in my truck. It was like 92 degrees inside the truck.
Mm-hmm.
And then just before I went to lunch at about 3, I know it's late lunch for y'all. But anyway, I'm like, man, it's a nice breeze blowing out here.
Mm-hmm.
I walk back inside. Chill out here. So by the time I get ready to leave, it was down to 62 degrees inside that truck.
All right. Well, Hey, y'all ready to get into it?
For sure.
Sure.
All right. Let's start off with the NFL honors, okay?
Yes.
Let's start off with the first award that was given so Sid can get it off his chest right now.
Hey, where'd you go?
Let the hate begin.
What hate?
Offensive
Tell
Go ahead,
rookie
pick.
of the
Give me
year. Came out to be the exact person that we thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
It came out to be the exact person that we thought it was going to be. It was none other than Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
Not a unanimous rookie of the year. There was one reporter who absolutely voted for Said's guy, Brock Bowers, the tight end. So 49 votes for Jaden, 1 vote for Brock. Said, how do you think it should have gone?
I mean, it's only because he was on a losing squad. Let's be real. I said this to a guy in the chat a couple weeks back. We had the same conversation, and he was named on. I was like, why not Brock Bowers? I say, you talking about breaking records? He was at the time. At the time when we were talking about this, he was leading the league in receptions. At that time, I know he didn't end up that way, but at that time when we were talking about it, Brock Bowers was leading the league in receptions as a tight end. He already broke all the tight end records for receptions and yards in a rookie year. He had broke those same records who Darren Waller had set as a Raider.
Right.
So he put his name is all over the record books. You know, the only difference is one squad is trash, the other squad made it to the playoffs.
So let me just say this: Jaden Daniels came to a trash team. And a lot of people credited the team's success to him. Unfortunately, the one vote that went to someone else was for a person that cannot impact the team in the way that Jaden has impacted his. Let's keep it real. The quarterback is a great impact on the team. So it is difficult as a rookie to go up against a standout rookie quarterback. Because the quarterback is like supposed to be the leader of the team. They're carrying the team on their shoulders. If the quarterback messes up or can't perform in the way expected, the team will fail completely. So a lot of people said that Jaden is the reason why the Commanders did not repeat last season. Because let's keep it real, their record flipped. Last season, they won 4 games. This season, they only lost 4. So I think that's the reason why it was almost unanimous. And I think that, not to slight him, by all means, not to slight him. However, I do feel like that's the reason why Jaden won the award and got almost a unanimous decision, because he came in and he literally changed the direction of the team. The entire team. He did. So that's why, because these are like MVP, these are MVP awards, you're valuable to the team. And for a rookie to come in and do that, that's amazing. And let's be real, he brought the magic, which will bring the votes. Well, all those games that it was down to the last couple seconds and Hail Mary games and stuff like that, those are made for TV moments. And they're at the hands of Jaden Daniels. So with that said, that's why I got it.
If you look at the other 2 nominees for this award, also they were wide receivers, right?
Yeah.
And Malik Neighbors and Thomas. So 3. So said you could show some SEC pride there, because you know them LSU boys did show very well in this.
Yeah, they did.
Well, it was an all SEC type class, right? Because you got the University of Georgia there, you got and the other 3 were LSU. But the wide receiver, tight end, they're dependent type positions, where quarterback is you have the ball. You're also dependent on the offensive line doing everything they need to do, the wide receivers, running backs being where they're supposed to be, and of course yourself of setting your blocking and your protections. Right. But what I'm trying to say here is Brock Bowers he's a legit weapon. So is Malik Neighbors and Thomas. They're all legit weapons. This draft class that just showed up this year, this rookie draft class, I think all of them have something to be proud about. I don't think there were any losers in this draft class. You know what I mean? So for it just to happen to go to Jaden Daniels, he as one person said, Myles Garrett, he showed his butt, right? He showed his butt in a very special class. I think this is a very, very good class. So, since we're talking rookies, let's talk defensive rookie of the year here, which was Versa. Said you the defensive guy now. Come on, do you think anybody else besides Versa should have got this one?
I actually like the guy's game. I think he came on late in the year, which got him which made it more interesting, because normally toward the end of the year, these guys are tired because the number of sheer games they're played as rookies compared to what they're playing in the NFL. The NFL is of 18 games. Most colleges don't play that many games, unless you made it to the playoffs, for the first year. And that was this year, so he wouldn't qualify for that. But no, I think he did well. I mean, I didn't have anyone else that really popped out to me. That first thing came to mind was him. No, Verse. When they was talking about that's the first thing that popped in my head, like bang. The Rams the Rams found a jewel. I didn't even know about this cat. They found a jewel out there. So no, I had no problem with the pick, the selection.
Lady A.
I think that because I think the Eagles cornerback, he was definitely a contender. I want to say he came in second as far as the votes are concerned, but there was a big gap in between the two, and I think that definitely proved. And I want to say he went 19 in the draft, right? Jared went 19 in the draft, right?
Jared Versa.
Yeah,
I believe he did.
Hold on. Yeah, I have 19. So, I mean, definitely he had 66 tackles, 4.5 sacks. I mean, he did really well as a rookie, and I do feel as though he contributed, like pretty much like I said with Jaden, he contributed greatly to that team, and that's because it looks at, as far as rookies are concerned, who is that MVP? Who's that that go-to guy, that guy that held down the offensive or the defensive side of the ball. And so I like that.
Well, I liked him.
That's true. That's true.
Who is he talking about?
He's talking about Verse, right? Jared?
Yeah. He said Jared Verse he wrote a check that his mouth wrote a check that his butt couldn't cash. Okay. What's happening?
Yeah,
Verse. Okay, yeah, he's talking about Verse. Okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Right.
Yeah. Well, I also didn't recognize Versa until said something about him. Mm-hmm. Right? Said was like, yo, this kid Versa is amazing pick, because I was all set for it to be, Philly's corner. I was like, it's gonna be Philly's corner because
Mitchell, yeah. But
Mitchell did have it going.
He did have it, and that's why I said he definitely deserved to be in that contender spot. He was number 2 in as far as votes.
Yeah. Again, I can't argue with it, because you go from Aaron Donald to this dude Versa, and you're like, you have to start to then look at, is it the coaching staff that or did they find the same body type, that the same person with Aaron Donald's and then you gotta think back. Is this Leon Sanders? Is this that what this is? Look at Lady A. She's like, what? Is this Leon Sanders? Did he come back?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, the reason why I was looking like that, I don't like to say someone is the second coming of someone else or
no.
Yeah, no.
You remember the draft commercial where Deion Sanders goes, my name is Leon.
Leon, right.
Leon Sandcastle.
Right, but that was a play on the second coming of somebody. So I know what you're saying, but no, I feel like with him, both of them were in their own lane, but there is a reason, just like with Jaden, there's a reason why the votes were what they were. Jared got 37 first place votes when Mitchell, he only got 7. So it was a big difference. And I do, in reference to coaching, I think that when you have a machine, all your pieces work together, right? I think when he was drafted, they chose someone they knew that they can coach in that position, someone who fit their scheme, someone, the things that we hope that they're thinking about, they really were thinking about it. Yeah. And I think that he was a perfect fit into this team. One person moves out, the next person in. That's what's supposed to happen when you get a player that fits your scheme. So I think that was a perfect example. And, kudos to him. He was a rock star in what he did, except for, and kindly pointed out, against the Eagles. That was but he's a rookie. He's going to learn. He's going to improve. So,
There we go. All right. Our next one, let's go to offensive player of the year, right? So offensive player of the year went to Saquon Barkley. There were a bunch of nominees. Joe Burrow was in this one. Jamar Chase was in this one.
Lamar Jackson.
Lamar Jackson's in this one as well. But it ultimately winds up going to Saquon Barkley, 2,000 yards rushing, running behind that massive offensive line known as the Philadelphia Eagles, which will be on full display tomorrow. I feel as if the MVP award has become a quarterback award. So this should be literally everybody but quarterbacks in this one. So I wasn't upset that it didn't go to a quarterback. If you guys have someone other than Saquon Barkley that you think it should have gone to, feel free. Lady A, say it.
Well, there were so many names in the hat for this one. There were so many. But of course, coming from the NFC East, I'm looking at the NFL. And I'm a fan of the NFC East. I'm looking at the NFL in a certain lens, right? We see Saquon more often. That we actually had to see him 3 times, and he was a problem for many people.
Every time.
He was a problem. He was somebody, and y'all remember before the last season, I was telling y'all about Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry at that time was on the wrong team. We know that, but he was the only problem on that team. And I'm like, okay, you put Derrick Henry with some other people, he gonna really make some people mad. And he was in the hat too. Okay, So with that said, but so when you have these players who are such a problem for other people, that just means that there is some greatness there,
Yeah.
I understand that I'm a Commanders fan. He's on the Eagles, but I can I can acknowledge when you have a good player. If I can't stand you during the regular season, it's probably because you have given my team some problems. Probably, not always, probably. But in this case, he was a problem. We're talking about this man rushed for 2,005 yards. I remember the year 2005. Like, I'm not understanding why you have so many yards.
Like he running back in time.
Like what? He was, and then the Eagles, I felt like, I told you a few seasons ago when they had the draft, I was like, oh, they found a cheat code. They still doing it. How do you pick up Saquon Barkley as a free agent? Like, I'm not naming no names, but there's a certain team who is absolutely crazy for letting this man go, especially looking at the season they just had. in the same division. That's where it hurts the most, when your team gets rid of an amazing player. You know he's amazing, and they go over to the ops, right? And they destroy you and everybody else. That is hurtful. So prayers out to the New York little people. Okay. Prayers out to you guys, because that's a tough loss right there. But I think that it is definitely well deserved.
Well, I gotta say this. I feel like the commissioner needs to make a ruling. Saquon Barkley has tortured the NFC East too long, and he needs to allow him to go to a different division.
Well, when he was with the Giants, he definitely was not. He was getting on people's nerves, but he was not tearing up. Kind of to what Ant was saying, when you're attached to losers, sometimes you look like one. Well, I don't feel like he necessarily looked like a loser. However, you're not going to see that greatness shine through in the same capacity.
True. I don't know if you guys noticed, but he hasn't been hurt this year. I mean, they've had blowout games where they've they pulled him out and asked him, like, one time this year, they was like, hey, you're like 7 yards shy of a single game rushing record for the New York Giants. Do you want to go? I mean, sorry, for the Philadelphia Eagles. Do you want to go get it? I believe it was versus the Giants. And he was like, no, I'm good. Right. Yeah. The last week of the season, he could have broken Eric Dickerson's record, against the New York Giants. And
which would have been funny, but go ahead.
I think the higher ups kept him out for this playoff run to get him some rest, because they had to bye. So it's incredible, but this guy Saquon has been a problem ever since college. His first when he struck versus on Penn State in his first game, everybody was like, "Oh my God, who is this?" Well, we all know his name now is Saquon Barkley, and he's here to reign terror tomorrow, step by step, inch by inch. Say it. What you think about Saquon and winning the Offensive Player of the Year?
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, you got to ensure, Saquon did his thing, and I'm still mad at them not allowing him to go ahead and get the record. That was one of the reasons why I didn't want him to be the MVP, because of that by itself.
Well, that's not necessarily his fault.
It's only 3 people. It's been
the coach's decision, not necessarily the player's decision. So this is a individual award. Now, that doesn't take away from what he did. He's still.
Well, it was definitely a coach's front office decision.
I feel like he deserved both. He deserved to break that record, and he also deserved the Offensive Player of the Year.
Let's play the other side of that real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we put him out there to go get this record. I believe he was like 100 and something yards away, right?
Uh-huh.
And now we saw when they played the Commanders in the championship round, he already had a little bit of a calf injury. Let's just say that he goes out there and he twists his ankle. Now he has a week off to get that ankle right. But then the game versus the Rams is in the snow. It's cold, of course. It does warm up to snow, but that ankle it gets twisted in that game. And then you don't have him in a championship game. You don't make it to the Super Bowl.
But the thing is this pick, and I would give you credit for that. I will give you credit for that. But the fact is, if this is one of those records where you can be easily attained next year, I would agree with you on that. But it's not one of those records that can be easily attained.
No, it's not.
Year to year.
Mm-hmm. Which is why ain't nobody broke it.
Was it Chris Johnson? Was his name?
CJ2K. Yep, CJ2K.
How long ago was that? He was the last person that got close.
Yep.
And that was my only thing. He was that close. The dude who came in and played behind the second string offensive line got over 100 yards in a game.
Yep.
He got over 100 yards in a game.
I get it. Lady A,
That's all
you
I'm
had your
saying.
hand raised up.
I mean, because had he come out there and broke off one of those big runs, boom, he halfway there. Send him out there, send him for another 15, 20 plays. Man, run it again so he can get it.
You right.
I just want to if he can get one, if he get 1 yard over that, and then he want to out, that's cool, fine. He has a record that has stood for 40 years.
Yep.
And
nobody in the league
just cheesing.
All the people in the league playing, they wasn't even born yet.
Exactly.
No.
Yeah.
But let me say this.
Go ahead, Lady A.
What happens next year when, something happens to prevent him from even coming close? That's a missed opportunity that he's going to feel for the rest of his life. And I'm going to be real, kind of like what Ant was saying when in reference to, him being a selfless player. When he was on the Giants, part of the reason why he couldn't stay healthy is because this young man was throwing the ball, catching it, running it, blocking. He was doing everything himself. He didn't have nobody else on the team.
Yeah.
So I feel like with that said, now you have the opportunity to break records, to get all these. You getting your flowers. Get that man his flowers.
My last question on Saquon, and then we move to Defensive Rookie of the Year. All right. Mm-hmm. Right now, Saquon could be on the verge of winning the Super Bowl ring tomorrow, right? Mm-hmm. Is he a Hall of Fame player?
Oh, they're going to win tomorrow.
The question is Saquon a Hall of Fame player?
I'm going to be real with you, because when we talk about Hall of Fame, there's a lot of people in the Hall of Fame that don't have a ring. Real talk. There are people in the Hall of Fame that don't have a ring. He's still an amazing player. Like I said, this young man rushed for 2,005 yards. I remember the year 2005. I'm confused. Are we talking yardage? Are we talking years? Because that's a lot. Like that's a feat. If he, based off of everything that we see, if he isn't already considered it, if he keeps on the same track, yes. It is tough, and we talk about this all the time. He's a running back.
He's 27.
It's tough as a running back.
He's a running back.
I'm just saying he's 27. I get it. I'm just saying because 30, running backs, they say running backs falls off cliffs at 30 unless your name is Derrick Henry.
Right. But he's tough. He's shown us that he's tough. He's a problem. He's running through brick walls every time he turn around. So this man, if he keeps this up 1 or 2 more seasons, yes, because it is tough as a running back, because it is a lot on your body. It's first of all to get those numbers, period. Yeah. And then if you look at what the Eagles, what they were doing throughout the season, yes, you have to look at the impact of your team. You have to look at, just everything. And he did a lot on with very little with the Giants. So he was the only thing they had going for them for a little bit.
All right. So, Stead, you Hall of Fame, yes or no?
Hall of Fame, yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Defensive Player of the Year went to Patrick Surtain Jr. of the Denver Broncos. Man, there were some players in this category here, but Pat Surtain Jr. comes out with it. And not only did he come out with it, but this is one of the ones also. They gave him a Defensive Player of the Year custom gold chain. MVP got one. I believe Offensive Player of the Year also got one.
Yeah.
And Jaden Daniels got one.
Mm-hmm.
Not for Rookie of the Year, but for Wow Player of the Year. So, Defensive Player of the Year, Patrick Surtain Jr. Is there anyone else that should have gotten this award but Patrick Surtain Jr.?
I mean, there are other people who were
Myles Garrett.
Right. Well, not just Myles Garrett. The runner-up was Hendrickson.
Trey Henderson.
Um,
But again,
and
that
TJ
defense
Watt.
was pretty bad. That defense was pretty bad for Cincinnati. So I was waiting for someone to say Trey Henderson, but that defense was pretty terrible.
Right, but it's an individual award.
It
You can't, real talk. If you play on defense, can you control what happens on the other side of the field?
No.
you cannot. You
You
can
can
I
only
get it.
control what
The
you
defense
do.
needs-
So if his whole team was trash and he got the stats and the recognition, he deserved to be have his name in that.
Yeah. I'm just saying we faced Myles Garrett and Trey Henderson this year, and I can honestly say that I was glad we got him early and we didn't get him late.
Yeah.
Them dudes got on the roll. They
Yeah.
were problems. We didn't face Patrick Surtain Jr., but he was putting wide receivers on lockdown, like 3 hots in the cot. Go sit down.
Mm-hmm.
You will have no soup today, and you will like it.
Mm-hmm.
Here's your seatbelt. Enjoy the roller coaster because you're not riding this ride again. He was
And that's
doing all of
another
that.
corner. That's another position that it's difficult. You know, you have to. You're trying to read everybody. You got to make sure that you going fast, but in the right direction. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You got to
Yep,
be
yep.
quick on your feet. You have to anticipate what everybody's doing. You know that's kudos to everybody who had their name up there for this award, because defense, like you said, you were like, oh, such and such, this defense was trash. Sometimes you have amazing players on a trash team. It happens. So to get that recognition,
True.
to have these
Which was
stats,
Myles Garrett.
right? I'm like, okay, I see you. When I see a player that comes from a team that's trash, I'm like, okay, I see you. Like, come through with the stats, because it's defense, and they get blamed for stuff too.
Said you
A
said
lot.
Myles Garrett should have got this.
Yeah.
I mean, he got 5.
Led the league in sacks. I mean,
He
Not
got
only that,
5
but
votes.
tackles for loss too. Led the
Yeah.
league in tackles for loss. So
Yeah.
So Myles Garrett,
He's definitely a game changer.
definitely. That's why every team except for Cleveland is going to be in on this Myles Garrett sweepstakes, which coincidentally, he comes out and says, "Hey, Cleveland, thank you, but no thank you. I want to be gone."
I mean,
Now let's get to this one. Now I know you guys in the chat. I know you have some problems with this one. If you do, make your issues known. We're talking MVP now. The winner
let's
was
talk.
Josh Allen. We had people like Lamar Jackson in the hunt for this one.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar had a heck of a year. Literally, I mean, it was tossed between
I didn't put the other
Lamar
two.
and Saquon and Josh Allen and who you got said. I know you about to go, so go ahead. Who you got said? Who should have got this one said?
It was a toss-up for me. I thought Lamar had the lead for a while there. But I think that I'm not sure where in there he lost it. I think it was one of those games where he struggled toward the end, but they still won. It had cost him the MVP. I think Lamar should have won it. I like because if you take Lamar out of there, that team is it doesn't run correctly. We've seen it. It doesn't even with Henry back there, it's just not going to run correctly without Lamar in there. It's just not. So I'm going to go with that's why I think Lamar should have won it. He should have won it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's only getting better, I mean, granted, he did have receivers hurt late, and that may have cost him a little bit as well because the receivers being hurt late down the stretch. That may have cost him as well. You know,
Yeah.
although the tight end made some money, so get ready to pay him.
Yeah, true.
But see,
likely made some money. Likely made a lot of money.
That's what pissed me off. Excuse me. That's what upset me about Georgia, University of Georgia. That's one thing Monken did. If we got some athletic tight ends and you can't cover them, guess what? We're gonna be 12 personnel. Pick one because one of them is going out every time. Every time.
So I need y'all to know this.
I like Ant's answer here. He says Josh deserved it. He did more with less. Lamar stacked his roster even more. Josh lost his top 2 receivers and still made it to the championship game. True.
Who didn't have a stack roster? Whoa.
He's saying Lamar stacked his roster.
Wait. Did James Cook not lead the league in touchdowns this year?
I think
running
so.
back.
Yeah, for
right.
Bills.
Do they not have an athletic tight end? He can't hit the quarterback, don't throw the ball. That's his fault. That's not his fault. Right?
So,
Alshire, what's his name? The wide receiver they drafted this year?
Mm-hmm.
He did his thing.
So let me tell y'all. So Lamar, okay, was the first team all-pro quarterback. Okay. 50 votes, right?
Uh-huh.
They all voted for Lamar. And so then they selected, those same 50 people selected Josh Allen over Lamar for the MVP. So I feel like they felt like, okay, Lamar, you're amazing. You're going to go, all pro quarterback, blah, blah, blah. That's who we picking. Maybe they thought Josh was going to the Lady A did not say that. I need everybody to know Lady A did not say that. I'm not going to be cursing on my social media. Lady A did not say that. But
it looked like Lady A said that.
Well, Lady A does not curse on her social media. So Josh, I feel like maybe they thought he was going to the Super Bowl. Maybe that's what they thought. I don't know, but I think that those same 50 people, I think it is worth mentioning that they all picked Lamar, first team all-pro quarterback. And those same 50 people, they chose Josh for the MVP.
Well, is it like I think we talked about this before. We were like, it's like Michael Jordan fatigue, right? It's like we know that you're the most outstanding person in this league, but you've won it and we want to give it to someone else. So it feels a little bit like that. Like we look at Lamar and we know that Lamar had an outstanding year. Yes, he had Derrick Henry. Yes, he has a stacked roster. Yes, he has Likely and Mark Andrews and Zay Flowers. But we gave him this award last year. It's time to give it to someone new.
I mean, I will hope that's not the case.
That seems to be what the
if somebody deserves that award every single year, you give it to them every single. If we got to sit through the same Super Bowl multiple times, then why can't?
And that's why half of America wants the Eagles to win.
That's what I'm saying. So why can't you give somebody back-to-back MVP? I would hope that's not the case. I hope they really gave it to him
like, because they we're tired of the Chiefs.
Right.
They
but I'm
openly say we're tired of the Chiefs. They're saying
tired of
we're
the Chiefs.
Tired of Lamar.
Right. But what I'm saying is this is an individual award. If he's the best, point blank period, then he's the best.
Yeah.
There's no, neither one of these quarterbacks, let me just put it out there, neither one of these quarterbacks are accused of having striped people on their payroll.
Oh, come on
I'm just
now.
saying, neither one of the. So with that said, I would hope that this award is cut and dry, right? So I'm hoping that what you're saying, I'm hoping that that's not the case, and that Josh Allen, they feel like, oh, Josh Allen truly deserved that award, and they did not give the award to Josh Allen because they felt like, oh, people are going to be tired of Lamar. Because then, if you feel that way, then and you do have that same energy across the whole entire NFL, if that's the case.
Yeah. So the highlight, well, not the highlight, but the one of the things that everyone turns into the awards NFL honors show is for the Hall of Fame. There are 4 inductees this year into the NFL Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Jared Allen, pass rusher. Dude had a motor like no other. Definitely deserved to be in the Hall of Fame.
Mm-hmm.
Shannon Sharp. I'm sorry, Sterling Sharp.
I knew.
Mhm.
I was like, what?
Sterling Sharp. I
Shannon's
got
already
confused. I had
there.
to think of that.
Shannon's already there.
Shannon's the younger brother. Sterling's the older brother.
Yes.
Sterling is going in. Surprised me with Sterling's size. Like, whoa. I know he had some health issues, but he got big. Eric Allen. Eric Allen, amazing. Philadelphia Eagle.
Cornerback.
Corner, yes. I really do appreciate him. And I'm glad he's in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then last but not least was, who am I missing here?
Gates.
There we go. Tight end, Antonio Gates, right? The only thing I had was 4. That was my issue. Was 4.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with any person that got in. I'm not here to say this person didn't deserve to go in, but the number 4.
Right.
When you have such a backlog of people trying to get into the hall, and I believe that Sterling was like the veteran person that got in, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If Sterling's the veteran person that gets in, and then they can only give you 3 other people, I think you should go back to the veterans people and say, you can give us another one. Because you got it at some point in time, the floodgates have got to open. And
But
that's
not to take anything away from Sterling. I mean, we understand he got injured. His career was cut short.
Yeah, it was.
So we're comparing numbers,
Mm-hmm.
to what some of those people did.
Yeah.
Sterling was a bad man, bro.
I'm not saying he was that's not what I'm saying.
When you're looking at stats, I mean he played 7 seasons. Okay.
What's the old boy name from Dallas? Woodson?
He's an old boy.
Because I'm not a Cowboy fan. Dan Woodson was
Aaron Woodson.
Mm-hmm.
The safety.
He got numbers.
Yeah.
He got 3. I think he got 3 rings.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but it's not really about the rings.
Well, they had great decent squads with him on it, even though he was not about the ring. Remember, on that defense, Dion was on that defense. He shut down one side of the field.
Mm-hmm.
So they gave Woodson all the interceptions he wanted.
Yeah.
Because nobody was throwing Dion. Let's be real.
Yeah.
When Dion was prime, nobody was throwing on the left side of the field.
Yeah.
He went almost a whole year. Nobody was throwing over there. They started out like the first 2-3 games. We're going to throw over here. He picked 2 or 3 of them off. They was throwing everything over here.
You going to the Cowboys, I can just go straight to one of my offensive linemen with 3 Super Bowl rings right now in Joe Jacoby that deserves to be into the Hall of Fame right now.
Still, but he had numbers as well. That's all I'm saying. He had numbers. But, one of the things you still have to take into account, I mean, sorry, he's on a Super Bowl winning squad. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't have a problem with anyone that went in. I just have a problem with the number 4.
Yeah. I agree. I can agree with that. Yes.
If the Hall of Fame voters could only feel it in their heart to put 3 modern day players in, I feel like they should have the right to go back to the Veterans Committee and say,
Mhm.
who else you got?
Yeah,
Who's your
because
number
they
2
should have
person?
more names. And like, who was it? Was it Gates? This was his second. Wasn't it his second time on the ballot?
I believe it may have
Yeah.
been his second time. Yep. His second time. His
So
second time on the ballot.
with that said, it's like, well, who else? You know, like
Well,
I
we know who didn't get in.
I mean,
We know that somebody that's doing Kick of Destiny tomorrow with their brother is not having such a great holiday weekend or a Super Bowl weekend, but it's okay.
Who you talking about, Peg?
I mean, I don't
Tell
want to
us.
get canceled or anything, but
I give a real
there are
name.
only 2 famous quarterbacks. There are only 2 famous quarterbacks from their dad played
Mhm.
in New Orleans.
Mhm.
He got drafted by one team, wouldn't put on the hat. The younger brother
Mhm.
wouldn't
Yeah.
put on the hat,
Mhm.
and
balled his face up. But go ahead.
right, and then
Mhm.
he got traded to the other coast.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah,
reason for that. You know, I think it was
right,
about
that
Devon.
guy, right. They're the first family of the NFL.
I don't like that phrase, but go ahead.
But the one thing that did happen is the Sharp brothers are the first siblings
Yeah,
to go into the Hall.
and kudos to them. Like, I mean, to talk about Sterling. Sterling had 8,134 yards, 65 touchdowns in 7 seasons. He also led the NFL in receptions 3 times within those 7 seasons. You got people that ain't led the NFL in receptions ever, and they
Yeah.
played longer than 7 seasons. So,
Yeah.
Kudos to him. Congratulations to all 4 of them. I mean, but I agree, 4 is a very low number.
Yeah, it's a little too low for my liking, and I gotta honestly tell y'all, okay. Let's make this show announcement right now, okay.
Okay.
We'll see you guys on Tuesday, okay, and then we'll be off on Saturday, and we'll be back the following Tuesday, all right. So we will not see you guys next Saturday, right?
Yeah.
That's because Pick will be in a deep depression because it'll be the end of football season. There'll be no Sunday football.
Yeah,
So
I
I
don't
need
believe
a
that.
day to
He's not about to
recover.
be depressed. Don't y'all believe that?
I need some recovery time.
Like, why you be out here lying to people?
I'm not capping. I get really sad when football season comes to an end. I get really, really sad. So
Pick me out here lying to people.
I ain't lying. I'm telling you the truth. I'm gonna be sad on Saturday next week because I ain't got no football to get ready for.
And don't put Ant's comment up, but Ant, I agree.
Well,
Don't put his comment up.
oh, you just saw
But
that
I
comment?
agree, Ant.
I've been saw that comment. I've been saw that one, but
I'm glad because you would put that right up there, and then we would be having people emailing the show.
well, I'm going to say this: they can email. Your boy says publicity. All publicity is good publicity.
That's not true.
That's absolutely not true.
Especially
Now listen,
in this day and age, people cancel. That ain't fun.
yeah, this is true. All right, so I just got to give a quick year in review, Lady A.
Yes.
Say it. And my year in review goes this way. This football season was so much fun. I can't lie. This is the most fun I've had since like 91. Right?
Okay.
This is literally the most fun I've had since 91. And then in 92, you found yourself at a parade. Right?
What you doing at the parade?
What I was doing at the parade, I was trying not to be on TV so that my mama didn't know that I wasn't where I was supposed to be.
Say, because you shouldn't have been at that parade.
Yeah, I was at that parade. But this year has been really, really fun. And like, this is the first game that it's weird because for us as Commanders fans, we look forward to our beatdown before Jaden Daniels, before Jaden Daniels. We would look forward to turning on the TV, get our beatdown, be upset, and we live on to fight another week. This year, we felt as if we were not going to lose. We expected to win, is what I'm trying to say here, right? And this final game of the season, we're not playing in it. And it's like, wow, the football season came and went really fast. So with that being said, we got to get our picks for this last game. Y'all ready? No.
Let's get it.
This is a ridiculous line. Like, this doesn't help anyone.
Hey, listen, I'm just going to tell you how I'm going to tell you. This game is not the last game from when they played a couple of years ago. These two teams are not the same teams that entered the arena a couple of years ago. The only thing that is still the same is the quarterbacks. 15-1. And last time I remember, one had a really good game. He had one mistake, and that mistake cost him. Right? This time, if you can say its name, it says Go Philly Dogs. It's like he brought the whole SEC with him. But Pat's not alone. He went out and he talked to his guy, Andy Reid, said, Andy, you know what we did?
Yeah, did.
When we used to be real good is we had speed. And they went and got speed. And that speed wasn't there the whole year. But however, they've had some time off. Both of these teams have had time to rest. And if you look down this roster, you say these names, you see speed, and speed all over the field. This is going to be an epic game. Skilled players on both sides. Defense on both sides of the ball. Let's look at the line. You got the Kansas City Chiefs at -1 at -110. Their money line is -115. The Philadelphia Eagles are +1 at -110. Their money line is -105. The over-under set at 48.5, 110 both ways. 48.5, 110 both ways. Ladies first. Lady A, who you got?
So, I'm not going to tell y'all why. Completely and totally. Okay? But let me just say this. Hold on. Let me pull that up. Hold on. Because y'all about to get mad at me. And I'm not trying to hear no nonsense. Okay.
She don't want to hear no nonsense from y'all.
Wait, because it's an injury report that I had. Why did I click off of it? Hold on. Is this it? Nope. But
Everybody's welcome. I think it was like one person.
No, they not.
Brandon Graham.
No, they not. So, one thing about the injury report, just want to put that out there. It lets you know people's weaknesses, right? Even if they have full participation in practice and all kinds of stuff, there's certain people that were listed that was a little info on you. So Patrick Mahomes, of course, he's full participation in practice, but they listed his ankle as his injury. So, some people are going to probably target that side. I heard something, and I didn't see it on the injury report about Tay-Tay's boo. I didn't see anything on there about him, but you said what? Kelsey?
Kelsey.
Yeah, Tay-Tay's boo, Kelsey. But I didn't see him on the injury report. So somebody was saying that he was questionable, and I'm like, I don't see that nowhere. But Pig, you said Jalen Carter, right? Is that what you said?
No. Linebacker or defensive end. He's been at Philly forever. Elbow. Brandon Graham.
Yeah, he's questionable. Elbow. You're right. Another person who's questionable, Nick Gates. Groin. The other tight end, CJ, questionable. The wide receiver, Covey, he's out. For the Chiefs, their wide receiver Sky Moore, doubtful. So you
Yeah,
got
Sky's not playing.
So right. So you got some things going on, just to let you guys know. But I'm gonna go ahead and I am going to go with the Eagles +1. And I'm going to suggest the under.
The under. Lady A believes in defense. This will be a defensive best. Got it. Say it.
That don't always mean you believe in the defense.
I'm going with the Eagles. I think the Eagles have a better defensive line. They're better this time than they were the last time they played. So that's why I think that the Eagles will win this game.
Okay.
Although Kansas City has upgraded the wide receiver position, I think because of the defensive line and what they saw in one of the last couple of games, that gave Mahomes fits, even though the referees had to win that game. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I think Eagles defensive line is gonna be it's the key to this game. Anybody study Sanchez? He's supposed to be at the birthday party. Hey, congratulations!
Oh man, okay, look it up.
Zane's first birthday.
Yes, happy birthday.
It is
baby
Zane's first birthday. It is Zane. So happy birthday, Zane.
To baby
That's
Sanchez.
right, my man.
Baby Warpath.
Baby Warpath. Not Tay-Tay's baby?
Oh, that ain't Tay-Tay, baby. Mm-mm. No. We don't play like that.
That ain't Tay-Tay, baby. Okay. No, we don't. I'm just saying. I have a feeling that everyone thinks that this is going to be a defensive struggle, but if you guys look, I mean, yes, both of these teams can get after you defensively. They both can shut you down, but you got to look at it. These teams have had 2 weeks to prepare for each other. They're going to find each other's weaknesses and they're going to exploit them. You got to look at Kansas City's offensive line versus, Philly's defensive line. And hey, if we got to run the ball and be in manageable rounds, third downs and move Pat because he can't move, then they're going to do so. And if you got to shut Barkley down, then you got to shut Barkley down, but then they can hurt you on the outside as well. So both of these teams, they have what I'm getting at is both of these teams have weapons. I think the under is not going to hit. I think the over is coming in hard and heavy. But I do like Philly to win this game. It's just something telling me I don't want Philly to win this game. My soul does not want Philly to be even close in this game.
Well, we already know you a Kansas City fan.
Oh.
You are. Go ahead. I see you, Corey.
I like Corey. My pick is the over.
So let me say this pick. I disagree with something you said. You said that they had 2 weeks to prepare for this, for this game. They've had 2 years. They've had 2 years.
They've had 2 years.
Yes. 2 years to prepare for this game. When the Eagles lost against the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl, we knew the Eagles were going to come back. We knew this.
But, I mean, could you really say that? But can you really say that because they started off 10-1 and then fell off of a cliff?
No. You can say that, and the reason why I'm saying this is because the very next season they got all of Georgia. They went to Georgia. That's true. Corey, see, we were on the same page, but we're not no more. But because he told me shush. But we knew the Eagles were coming back. Look at the moves they made since then. They didn't
I mean,
get back to the Super Bowl last year, no. But look at the moves they've made since then. This is their revenge game. We know it.
well, we'll find out. We will find out, and they will be kicking the ball off. Now, let's get to why we are here. Lady A, go ahead and tell these people about gambling, please.
Okay, hold on. Could have told me that was coming. Okay, if you or someone you know is facing challenges with gambling, support is accessible. The National Council on Problem Gambling offers various resources such as FAQs, a self-assessment for gambling behavior, details on treatment, and a helpline to link you with local assistance. Call 1-800-GAMBLER, that is 1-800-426-2537, or you can text 800-GAM. You can also visit them on the web at ncpgambling.org.
So listen, there's an estimate like 2-point-something billion of money expected to be placed on this game. I mean, we're talking everything from how long the national anthem is to the coin toss to the color of Gatorade that'll be poured on the winning coach's body, right? I'm going to start this thing off. I have a parlay put in. Like I said, I think that there are some talented wide receivers on both sides. I mean, when you think about the wide receivers, the first ones you think about here, A.J. Brown and Xavier Worthy, right? But I read an article today about a ton of unsung heroes that come and played that have played in the Super Bowl and have risen to stardom. Well, I'm going with a couple of different people in my parlay, and this is an anytime touchdown parlay that I put in, and I have Kareem Hunt for anytime touchdown. I have Devontae Smith, who absolutely had a game the last time they played KC in the Super Bowl, but I believe it was A.J. Brown that had the touchdown in the first one. And then Marquise Brown, who went there from Baltimore, is just speed. You're going to worry about Xavier Worthy speed here. You're going to worry about D-Hop here. I think that Marquise Brown, Hollywood Brown, is going to be that one that finds the end zone. So that's a play that I have out there. Sid, do you have anything on the line this weekend for tomorrow's game?
No, I didn't do anything. Meta,
you stay silent on this one.
No, I just stayed even. I just remember something that I had to text somebody. They didn't put me in.
Sid's got to check his bookie. Lady A, are there any are there any plays that you need that you see that you like?
Sorry, I wouldn't unmute. Not really. I will say that there surrounding the Super Bowl, it's just people are betting left and right?
Yeah.
Shop around, look at what's best for you. There's even like Pick said, you can bet on anything for this game. You can bet on the color of this, what's gonna happen, this, all kinds of stuff. So and keep in mind that part of the reason why it's just so crazy like that is because this is a worldwide event, right? And it's expected, this is a prediction, obviously, for 116.8 million people to watch. That's a prediction. It's hard to predict, like if someone has a Super Bowl party and there's like a bunch of people, so it's hard to predict that. But that's a lot. That's a lot. So right around 116, 117 is probably what we'll see. And just be mindful of that. But have your chips and dip. And bet responsibly.
Well,
right?
Saquon Barkley to score the last touchdown is plus 425.
What about first?
Last touchdown is plus 425.
What about the first touchdown
Oh, the first touchdown. Hold on.
for him?
Okay. So that's just a $5 bet that I made anyway. Right. The first
Okay.
touchdown, here we go. First touchdown for Saquon is plus 420. Two or more touchdowns for Saquon is 275 plus 275. Anytime touchdown this is his only number is minus 190. Who's gambling that light bill away, Corey?
Oh.
Jalen Hurts and Saquon, they're the only two people with a negative anytime touchdown number.
Because the tush push, it should be a negative number.
Yeah.
That trash.
The tush push, but for
Well, that's the Eagles are gonna do that.
Two or more touchdowns for Jalen. Well, 2 or more touchdowns is plus 550 for Jalen Hurts, and then plus 275. So they're like pretty much trying to give money away on Jaden.
You're right.
Jalen. They're trying to give money away.
You up today.
Too many J's, boy. Too many J's. I'm just gonna go with one from here on out, man. I'm just gonna call him one. All right, I'm just one, and that kid 5.
Number 1.
Yeah, 1. He's just 1. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown is plus 130, right? Which we still got to do that. So I still got to put that play in for us. So you guys, we need someone for anytime touchdown. Corey, I need someone for anytime touchdown, and Ant Mo, I need someone for anytime touchdown, please. So type those in so we can get that play in. All right, y'all ready?
4.
For what?
Our anytime touchdown parlay.
Okay.
Okay. Come on. Tell me who you got, Sid.
I got the Eagles defense.
Oh,
that ain't gonna work, Sid.
Give us a person, Sid.
Or anytime touchdown, Sid.
They own them for anytime touchdown.
The defense?
The defense is. Go to the bottom.
No, they're not, Sid.
No.
Give me.
Ant gave us Pat Mahomes.
Give me D Hop.
And
give me D Hop.
Okay. Corey said Goddard.
Corey said Goddard. Goddard is plus 300. Pat Mahomes is plus 400. D Hop is plus 600. Lady A, who you got?
What's AJ Brown?
AJ Brown, anytime touchdown is plus 175.
Okay.
And here I will take Travis Kelce.
Okay.
Oh, the Eagles defense is on here, said. The Chiefs defense is on here, and the Eagles defense.
It's on there. We don't typically do
that.
Right,
I done made my pick already. I'm good.
I done made
my pick already. No, I'm good now.
You want to put the Eagles defense on there, said?
He said he done. He said he fooling with you.
My bad, said. You said go down to the bottom. I went all the way to the bottom, and the person on the bottom is Paris Campbell. No, the person on the bottom is Paris Campbell.
And the defense.
Why that's at the bottom?
The defense is down there too.
It's higher up. No,
but it's still at the bottom pick. Come on now. Come on, pick.
No, it's not. Bottom. It's not, said. The Eagles defense is plus 650. Why would they be at the bottom at plus 650?
Well, he said he ain't fooling with you. He ain't going back.
All right, so I can take D-Hop off.
Just keep D-Hop on there.
Do you want the defense on there or not? I said.
Oh my gosh. Look at say it's not that difficult.
No, it is really not that difficult.
Defense D-Hop. Defense D-Hop.
said the
For the
Angels and the outfield are
defense
not
to
going to
score,
help you.
that's tough. For the defense to score, said I don't think you should do it.
I'm gonna stay with D Hop.
All right, you want to stay with D Hop? Okay.
Although the defense did score last game, but I'm gonna stay with D Hop.
All right,
All right,
like
so
I
we
said,
got
this is
D-Hop.
Travis Kelce.
Kelsey, we got Brown, AJ Brown, we got Pat Mahomes and Goddard.
Yes, and Travis Kelce.
I said that.
All right. So this is a five leg parlay.
Mhm.
$10 is going to pay. No, this is not going to happen. No, hell to the no.
What? Tell us.
All right, we're just going to waste $10 here, but if this hits, $10 is going to pay us $4,500.
I think
They're
those are
all
great
positive
picks.
numbers.
I think
They're
great.
all positive numbers here. You know.
Yeah. Because they're giving away money. Hello. Hello.
Yeah. Okay.
None of us picked anybody who's unreasonable.
No, we didn't. We didn't. So $4,500 for $10. So I feel like I can literally put a $5 bet on this one and we'll be okay. You know, but this would be the one where our $10 bet would hit, right? Correction. There, we are giving money away. Correction. We're giving money away.
Nobody unreasonable.
Why am I a hater? Why am I a hater, Sanchez? Why am
Because
I a
it
hater?
can
Should I
happen.
just put this?
Okay. It
Just-
could happen.
It could, right?
Yes.
It could. Now,
Yes.
now let's be honest, okay? If this $10
doesn't
that I
matter.
put, if I put this $10 up, right?
I'm gonna just do it. Just do it. I don't want to jinx it because I was gonna say something about your picks, but I'm just go ahead and do
All right, the 10 is going in. The 10 and we in. I'm not a hater, Corey.
it.
So yeah, $4,500 is what we will win if this hits. If it hits, I'm just gonna say
Say
we'll
get
have a
the
great
new wig.
weekend. Huh?
If it hits, say getting a new wig for leaking oil.
Say get a new wig for leaking oil.
If it hit, he can get a new wig
The budget.
instead of that
Hey,
dusty dreads.
hold on, wait. I got locks.
No, did you see Sands? Hello. I did. Let's keep it
I
real
saw him,
here.
I saw him.
His was. I really think that he was using it to dust. I'm like, oh no. Why did we? Oh, okay. I thought he grabbed a wig. Child about to fall out.
No, he went back to the cowboy hat. Okay, cool. Listen, like I said, we'll see you guys on Tuesday after the Super Bowl. We do appreciate you guys checking in with us. Of course, Sanchez, can't wait to talk to you. Let's get you in here on Tuesday if that's possible. And great to see you in the chat as always. And Ed has a Mind of a Man network now where he streams live, so you guys got to check that out.
Yeah.
Mind of a Man network. So shout out to Ant and all his endeavors with that over there. Great shows that you've been putting up. Great content you've been putting up over there as well. The same thing goes for you, Sid. I'm Sanchez. The same thing goes for you. You've been putting up some great content for some years here, so check him out. And he made Prime, so there you go. We'll see you guys on Tuesday. Lady A,
Yes.
will you be ready with tea?
Yes. But I got a little info to spill real quick.
Oh, spill it.
Well,
Get a drink.
It's just it was about the honors, you know. Y'all know Bill
It is
showed up
good.
with his girlfriend, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he
And
did.
Snoop called her out. And Snoop called her out too.
He's 24, and then Snoop was like, I ain't seen this, and this since before Bill's girlfriend was born. Baby girl wasn't born until 2000.
He shot shots, didn't he?
Gotta know it. You got to know it. Look,
Okay,
Sanchez
that's
just confirmed. We'll get him on Tuesday. We'll get Sanchez on
Perfect.
Tuesday.
Perfect. Thank you.
All right, so we'll have Sanchez here for the final season, a final week of Leaking Oil and Al's foursome.
Mm-hmm.
Right. All right, Sid, did we cover it all?
Hit it, all of it.
Okay.
Pick got a delay.
I don't have a delay. I got caught. I was about to say something, and I don't want to get fined, so let it go. Nope, no fines. Shouts out to my son, United States Air Force. First String Podcast, second to none. Come get some. Tell them, Sid.
Go Philly Dogs.
Raise hell.
It's wartime, baby. This what you signed up for. This what we worked hard for. You for. Y'all the first string. Y'all gotta go set the tone now. Hey, let's go. Lace them up. It's the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, let's go. 'Cause it's time for the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. Let's go. Lace them up. It's the First String Podcast show. Hey, let's go. Let's go. They spitting facts on the First String Podcast show. Imagine talking sports, having fun with the fam. At a starting lineup, First String is what you have. An entertaining stream with the Pro Bowl cast. When the viewers chime in, they gon' answer what you ask. Representing for the Queens, yeah, we got Lady A. A super knowledgeable woman who can break down any play. Say it from the South, so he rep GA. The Falcons, the Bulldogs, the whole Peach State. Drunk Uncle Al, only way you can describe him. Every time he crack the mic, you know he gon' be wildin'. Last but not least, it's my man Toothpick. Commanders is a squad and he the captain of the ship. So if you feel the vibe, go ahead and tune in. Like, subscribe, recommend to a friend. Nah, for real, like, subscribe, and recommend this to a friend. Hey,